Hello and welcome back to Shout About It, Don't Shout About It with me, Rachel, the Queen of the Woke, as crowned by one of my haters. Today we are taking a dive into two articles from Amanda Mullen from Screen Rant, with what I believe to actually be a major cope about the casting of Papa Acedo, well, the rumoured casting of Papa Acedo as Severus Snape, in the upcoming HBO series of Harry Potter. Believe me, the reasoning holds very little water. She tries one argument, and when that one fails, she tries another. Before we get into that, please do make sure that you hit the subscribe button. We've hit 1,300 subscribers, so thank you to everyone who has helped me get there. We are on the road to 2,000 subscribers, but for now we'll make a new goal of 1,400 subscribers. So can we do it? Who knows? I'm sure we can. But thank you to everyone who's joined me already. I cannot do this without you. Now, the news hit the other day that they were eyeing Papa Acedo, a black man, a black actor, to play the role of Severus Snape. This news was met with a lot of criticism because it is very well known that Severus Snape is described as a white man in the books. Cue Screen Rant to come to the defense of him. Now, you would expect from Screen Rant that Papa Acedo is perfect for the role because Snape is the anti-hero, and it really breaks away from the trope that all black people are villains. Well, that answer would be no. She didn't go down that route. The first article that she made when the news first hit was trying to defend the choice and made it all about race. The Harry Potter's remake Snape casting is a great sign for the HBO show. The first big casting news about HBO's remake has surfaced, and it's a great sign for the upcoming Wizarding World TV show. HBO's series will offer a modernized take on the books, and its TV format will allow it to be more faithful from the original adaptations. While the Harry Potter movies are fairly well regarded, they cut a decent number of smaller storylines and the characters from the source material, as the TV show will revisit the Harry Potter books, and it has the opportunity to tackle the stories more accurately. Yes, I would agree that this will allow them to tackle it more accurately. The films are pretty accurate, but they do actually cut out a lot of smaller, finer details that should have gone into them, really. For example, Creature, he is one of the most integral characters to the actual plot itself, but they cut out a lot of his story. Meeting the character descriptions will also be something, so being close to the character description or being able to be made up to look like the character's description or close to will be something that they will be looking for. Of course, this also means replacing the entire cast, an undertaking that's likely to be the most challenging aspect of selling HBO's remake. Many of Harry Potter's stars have become synonymous with their roles, so the TV show's creators will need to choose actors wisely in order to successfully replace them. Fortunately, the first bit of casting news to come from the HBO remake is promising. It looks like Papa Acedo could take on the role of Severus Snape, and that's put the series casting off to a strong start. Well, I disagree. He is a strong actor for sure, but first of all, he is way too handsome to play the role of Snape, and we can't exactly put him in whiteface, could we? Because that would be racist, and they'd consider that to be racist towards him. Now, this doesn't have a leg to stand on because she must know the character descriptions for the characters. Acedo is also British, suggesting that the upcoming remake will stick to the Harry Potter movies' insistence on casting British stars. Needless to say, those concerned that the TV show might diverge from the aspect of the films won't be disappointed. Acedo's likely casting also reveals that the TV series will be more diverse than the original adaptations. With the Harry Potter movies having a primarily white cast, it'll be nice to see a black man step into such a prominent role. It indicates that more inclusive casting choices could be on the horizon too, which is great news. Acedo isn't yet confirmed to play Snape in the Harry Potter remake. The actor is in talks to take on the iconic role. It's somewhat surprising that the HBO series' first casting announcement is Snape and not a member of the Golden Trio. However, due to this crucial part in the later books, getting his character right is equally important. Fortunately, Acedo's potential casting is a great sign for the HBO. His credits, I May Destroy You and The Lazarus Project, indicate he's more than capable of delivering a winning performance. He could definitely do it, acting wise for sure, but this is not Amanda's main line of defense because she knows there has been criticism. Well, I thought Amanda had actually read the books. Clearly she's forgotten about Kingsley, Dean Thomas, Blaze Zabini, Angelina Johnson, Lee Jordan, the Patel twins, Cho Chang. There are lots of characters in the book that are diverse, and if we were to change any of those, there would be a fit of gallantry. Plus, the book actually had a larger demographic than what she was actually writing about in the 90s. So it's actually pretty inclusive. The Harry Potter's remake first big casting news indicates that the show is taking the right approach to reviving the story. For one, casting a black British man means that the TV show is learning from both the movie's strengths and weaknesses. The creators clearly recognize that having a British cast worked in the original film's favour, adding a layer of authenticity to the Harry's story. However, the fact that the show is ensuring more diversity means that it's willing to look at Harry Potter movies' shortcomings and improvements where necessary. So Amanda then goes on to talk about how big of a pair of shoes that basically Papa would actually have to fill because Alan was a fine actor. So if you'd like to read the article, it's actually linked below. She changed tact, however, when her first article didn't actually get across. It didn't hold any water, so she went to her second line of defense, and this won't hold any water either. Harry Potter's rumored casting means that the remake is finally fixing a Marauders movie complaint. The Harry Potter TV show is getting closer to becoming a reality, and casting rumors about the remake suggest it will fix a Marauders complaint from the movies. While there has been no word who could play the Golden Trio in the upcoming series, news about the adult cast is finally surfacing. No actors have been officially announced, but Harry Potter casting rumors reveal the direction the remake is taking with characters like Snape, Dumbledore, Hagrid, and McGonagall. And the latest Snape update suggests the show could address a movie criticism. Now, I really do wonder what this criticism could actually be. Is it that the fact that the pensive sequence in the 5th film really didn't meet up to expectations? Papa Isidore is much closer in age to book Snape than Alan Rickman was. Although Rickman was touted as the perfect Snape, the actor diverged from the Harry Potter character when it came to age. The actor didn't, the casting directors did, the production team did. However, I digress. Snape was only 31 when the Harry Potter books opened, while Alan Rickman was 54 years old in The Sorcerer's Stone. While the 20-year difference didn't prevent Rickman from excelling in the role, it was something viewers noted. And it wasn't just his character that was aged up. Alongside Snape, all the Marauders were older than they should have been, with stars like Gary Oldman and David Lewis also being 10 years plus the characters' seniors. You heard it, he is closer to the age of Snape than Alan Rickman. That's the line of defense. And that still doesn't actually make him right for the role. I think what Amanda has actually forgotten here was that when Alan Rickman was actually cast as Snape, we didn't know the ages of the characters at all. And yes, there is such thing as a playing age in acting. However, it's generally around a massive 10-year gap that you actually get. Some actors have a smaller gap, some actors have a bigger gap, some have a bigger than a 10-year gap. Alan clearly had a bigger than a 10-year gap because he looks a lot younger, or he looked a lot younger, excuse me. By contrast, Isidore is currently 34 years old, making him far closer to Snape's age when Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone began. In general, Harry Potter's remake seems to be going for a younger cast, as the actors it's eyeing for Hagrid, Dumbledore and McGonagall are all younger than the characters and original actors who played them. This is questionable choice when it comes to characters like McGonagall, but the trend works well for Isidore. If the actor does take on the role, it means that we are finally getting age-accurate Marauders. So with characters like McGonagall and Dumbledore, they've gone younger. The reason why is because they want the actors to stay around. This is going to be a long time making this series, and hopefully by doing that, it means that they won't lose members of the cast. That's why they would do it there. However, there is also another reason. I hate to break it to you, Amanda. It's not just the Marauders that were the wrong age in the film. It was all of the characters, except for the children and the teenagers. We knew how old they were roughly, but all of the adult characters were older. Well, again, this article is actually linked below. Go and check it out if you would like to. So her first article wasn't well received, so she went down this route of saying, well, this is because he's closer to the age. And whilst that may be true, she actually failed to highlight some key points. And I've just mentioned what that key points were. I think we can now actually expect to have a younger Lily, a younger Hagrid, although Robbie Coltrane was a request of J.K. Rowling's. McGonagall, Mr. and Mrs. Weasley, the Dursleys. The majority of the characters are going to be aged down for this. It allows for them to get older with the books as the books go along, but it also ensures the potential keeping of all of our star actors. We don't want to lose any whilst they're working on the filming, do we? So yes, it's not just Snape, it's not just the Marauders, it's all of the adult cast. They will all be their playing ages. We don't even find out until Deathly Hallows anyway what the ages of the characters actually are. So when they did the initial casting for the films, they went older rather than younger. Anyway, let me know what you think. Chat about it, don't chat about it. Like the video if you would like to. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.